Welcome to the English Storybook. Here's how our videos work. First, we'll dive into a short story packed with new vocabulary. After the story, we'll test your understanding with a quick comprehension check. Then we'll discuss key words and phrases to help you expand your English vocabulary. Finally, a quick quiz to test the new words and phrases you just learned. Before we start, be sure to turn on the CC or the closed captions so that you can read along with the story. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Now sit back, relax, and let's get started with today's tale. Super names for superheroes. Derek and Maria sat at a small table in their favorite coffee shop. The sun streamed in through the window, casting warm light on their drinks. Today was a big day. They were finally meeting to discuss something super important, choosing their superhero names. I can turn invisible, but only when I'm crying, Derek said, rubbing his chin. He gave a small grin. Luckily, I carry chili oil with me for emergencies. One drop in the eye and boom! Tears! Works like a charm. Maria's eyes widened, but then she burst out laughing. That's genius! I'd probably cry from the smell alone. Derek smiled. Yeah, I've had to think outside the box. Crying on cue isn't my strongest skill, but hey, it gets the job done. Right, Maria said, still giggling. And I can fly, but the longer I fly, the worse my gas gets. And when I say bad, I mean really bad. It's so embarrassing. Derek raised an eyebrow. Well, you know what they say, no pain, no gain. Maria sighed. I guess. But we need superhero names. I can't go around with a power like mine and be called something lame. I was thinking something like the Flying Fury. Derek frowned. It sounds cool, but it's a bit on the nose, don't you think? Maybe something more creative. Maria tapped her fingers on the table, thinking. Yeah, maybe you're right. What about Sky Queen? Derek tilted his head. Sounds regal, but does it fit with the whole gas situation? Maria gave him a playful glare. Okay, fair point. What about you? You could be Captain Invisible. Derek shook his head. Captain Invisible? Nah. What happens when I can't cry? It doesn't sound too heroic to stand in the middle of a battle squeezing chili oil into my eyes. True, that would raise some eyebrows, Maria said, trying not to laugh. But hey, all superheroes have limitations. I mean, look at Golden Boy. He has super strength, but the tiniest hands I've ever seen. Derek grinned. Yeah, it's hard to take him seriously sometimes, but he still saves the day. I guess everyone has their quirks. Exactly. So, it's not the end of the world if you need a little chili oil to make things happen, Maria added. As long as we stay focused, we can make this work. Good point, Derek said. I think I'll go with the Vanishing Man. It's mysterious and doesn't reveal the whole crying thing. I like it, Maria nodded. And for me, maybe something like the Soaring Shadow? Sounds quick and sneaky. Derek tapped his chin. It's got a nice ring to it. Plus, no one will know about your other problem. Exactly, Maria said with a wink. Now we just need to stay on our toes like Golden Boy and make it work. Derek nodded. Yeah, I mean, It's not all rainbows and butterflies, but we'll figure it out." Just then, a loud alarm rang from across the street. They both turned to see masked robbers running out of a bank, bags of money in hand. Maria stood up quickly. "Looks like it's time for the soaring shadow and the vanishing man to take action." Derek stood as well, pulling out his bottle of chili oil. "Right. Let's make sure these guys get what's coming to 'em." With a determined look, they both rushed out of the coffee shop, ready to embrace their new lives as superheroes. The end. Comprehension check. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time. What power does Derek have? A. Super strength. B. Invisibility. C. Flying. D. Super speed. The answer is B. Invisibility. What does Derek use to help him cry? A. A tissue. B. A sad movie. C. Chili oil. D. Onion juice. The answer is C. Chili oil. Why is Maria worried about flying? A. She's scared of heights. B. She can't fly for long distances. C. She can only fly at night. D. She gets bad gas after flying. The answer is D. She gets bad gas after flying. Which superhero do they mention as an example for overcoming limitations? A. Golden Boy. B. Captain America. C. Invisible Woman. D. Iron Man. The answer is A. Golden Boy. Derek can turn invisible whenever he wants. True or false? The answer is false. He can only become invisible when he's crying. Maria's superhero name is the Flying Fury. True or false? The answer is false. Her name is the Soaring Shadow. Derek carries chili oil to help him cry and use his power. True or false? The answer is true. At the end of the story, Derek and Maria leave the coffee shop to stop some robbers. True or false? The answer is true. Vocabulary. Let's go over some of the phrases and words from the story. Outside the box. This is an idiom. It means to think in a creative or an unconventional way. So in the story, Maria says they need to think outside the box to find a superhero name. They need to come up with a creative name, something that's not normal, to think outside the box. Here are some example sentences. The company encourages employees to think outside the box when solving problems. Sometimes you have to think outside the box to fix difficult situations. Her idea was really outside the box, but it worked. No pain, no gain. This is another idiom. It means you must work hard or endure discomfort to achieve something. This is used often in weightlifting. Your muscles have to feel pain in order to gain muscles. In the story, Maria said no pain, no gain about becoming superheroes, meaning it was going to be difficult, but with a little hard work, they would achieve their goals. Here are some other examples. The coach said no pain, no gain to encourage the athletes. Learning a new language takes time. No pain, no gain. He kept exercising, repeating no pain, no gain to himself. On the nose. Here's another idiom. On the nose means exactly correct, exactly right, or accurate. When Maria was trying to come up with her superhero name, Derek said the first one was a little too on the nose. It was too exact or too accurate about her power, and it would be better to pick another one. So, on the nose means exactly right. Here are some other examples. The movie started at 7 p.m. on the nose. His prediction was right on the nose. Your answer was right on the nose. Great job. Limitations. This is a noun. It means restrictions or weaknesses that prevent full ability. So in the story, both Derek and Maria know that their powers have limitations because he has to cry and she gets gas, so there's a limit to their power. If you think about your cell phone, there is usually a limitation to how many phone calls you can make per month. Here are some other examples. You need to understand your limitations before taking on that job. The limitations of the plan became clear after we tried it. Despite his limitations, he achieved success. Regal. This is an adjective. It means fit for a king or queen, or something that is royal or very impressive. In the story, Maria decided that the name Sky Queen would not be good because it was too regal sounding. Here are some other examples. The queen entered the room in a regal dress. His regal appearance made him stand out in the crowd. She sat on the chair with a regal posture. Raise some eyebrows. This is an idiom. It means to cause surprise or shock, especially to surprise many people. In the story, Maria told Derek that if people saw him putting chili oil in his eyes, it would raise some eyebrows. People would be surprised. Here are some more examples. His strange behavior raised some eyebrows in the office. The new policy raised some eyebrows among employees. It's going to raise some eyebrows if we show up late again. Stay on your toes. This is an idiom. It means to stay alert or to be ready for action. In the story, Maria said that if they want to be successful superheroes, they need to stay on their toes. Here are some more examples. The coach told the team to stay on their toes during the game. In this job, you need to stay on your toes at all times. With 2 kids, she has to stay on her toes. Rainbows and butterflies. This is another idiom. We use this to describe something that is overly positive, something that is unrealistic or way too perfect to be real. So in the story, they said that they know being a superhero is not all rainbows and butterflies, but it's going to be difficult. So usually we use it that way. Hey, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. Here are some other examples. Life isn't always rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes it's tough. He thought the job would be rainbows and butterflies, but it was stressful. She realized that marriage wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. Get what's coming to them. This is an idiom. It means to receive punishment or an outcome that is deserved. For example, Derek said when he saw the robbers that they were going to stop them and give them what was coming to them. So another example is sometimes if you see a video on YouTube of someone doing something bad and then the police catch them or they get hurt, people will say in the comments, oh, they got what was coming to them. Here are some more examples. If he keeps being rude, he'll get what's coming to him. She warned him that he would get what's coming to him if he didn't stop. When you cheat, eventually you get what's coming to you. Quiz. Here are some questions based on the new vocabulary. Feel free to pause the video after each question if you need a little more time. What does think outside the box mean? A. To sit on a box and think. B. To think in a usual way. C. To think creatively or in an unconventional way. D. To think slowly. The answer is C. To think outside the box means to think creatively or in an unconventional way. If someone says, no pain, no gain, what do they mean? A. You can get success easily. B. You have to work hard to succeed. C. You will always feel pain. D. You should give up when it's hard. The answer is B. No pain, no gain means you have to work hard to succeed. What does limitations mean? A. Boundaries or restrictions. B. Unlimited possibilities. C. Extra powers. D. The ability to fly. The answer is A. Boundaries or restrictions. If someone raises some eyebrows, they A. Surprise or shock people. B. Make people laugh. C. Make others feel happy. D. Ignore people. The answer is A. To surprise or shock people. Which of the following best describes something regal? A. Common. B. Royal or impressive. C. Silly. D. Invisible. The answer is B. Royal or impressive. Fill in the blank using the correct word or idiom from the vocabulary. His answer was blank. Exactly right. On the nose. His answer was on the nose. Exactly right. If you want to succeed, you need to work hard. Blank, blank. No pain, no gain. If you want to succeed, you need to work hard. No pain, no gain. In her new job, she has to stay blank, blank, blank to avoid making mistakes. On her toes. In her new job, she has to stay on her toes to avoid making mistakes. The business meeting wasn't all blank and blank. It was difficult and stressful. Rainbows and butterflies. The business meeting wasn't all rainbows and butterflies. It was difficult and stressful. Every superhero has their blank when using their powers. Limitations. Every superhero has their limitations when using their powers. If you don't follow the rules, you will eventually blank. Get what's coming to you. If you don't follow the rules, you'll eventually get what's coming to you. To solve a difficult problem, sometimes you have to blank. Think outside the box. To solve a difficult problem, sometimes you have to think outside the box. The king entered the room with a blank walk, making everyone stare. Regal. The king entered the room with a regal walk, making everyone stare. The unexpected change in the project, blank, in the office. Here's a hint. People were surprised. Raised some eyebrows. The unexpected change in the project raised some eyebrows in the office. Rainbows and butterflies describes something overly positive and unrealistic. True or false? The answer is true. Limitations means that someone has no restrictions and can do anything. True or false? The answer is false. To stay on your toes means to relax and take it easy. True or false? The answer is false. To stay on your toes means to be alert and ready to act. Get what's coming to them means receiving something deserved, often a punishment. True or false? The answer is true. Regal describes something silly or unimportant. True or false? The answer is false. Regal describes something royal or impressive. If you want an extra challenge, feel free to come up with your own sentences using the new vocabulary in the comments below, and I'll be happy to correct them. Also, if you have any doubts or questions, put those in the comments as well. And thank you for joining me. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for hanging out with the English Storybook. I hope you enjoyed the story and learned some new English skills along the way. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting stories and lessons. See you next time for another adventure in the English Storybook.